Let's talk about a hidden cost. It's the kind of thing that never actually shows up on a balance sheet, but, it can quietly drain a company's revenue. And it all starts with this feeling, a feeling that something just isn't quite right. You know the feeling I'm talking about. It's that nagging sense that even though everything on the surface seems fine, something is off. You can't quite put your finger on it. I mean, you look around and you see all the activity. The team is pulling long hours, your tech stack is top tier, and all the dashboards are glowing green. And yet, the results just aren't matching the effort. You know there's a leak somewhere, but it's completely invisible. Now, this isn't a story about a lack of effort or intelligence. It's really about a lack of visibility. And it's about how a simple shift in perspective can reveal where the real problem has been hiding all along. This really captures the paradox perfectly, doesn't it? All the signs are pointing to success, but the bottom line, well, it tells a very different story. It's a surprisingly common and very costly problem. The turning point in this story came in a single meeting. The CEO asked a deceptively simple question, and the silence that followed, well, it said everything. Nobody in the room had a clear answer. What happened next was this. Perfect circle of diffused responsibility. Sales pointed to marketing, marketing pointed over to operations, and operations, they pointed right back at sales. Ownership was basically a ghost in the room. So the breakthrough didn't come from some new piece of software or a high-priced consultant. It came from the quietest person in the room with a simple, practical idea. What if we just make it visible? So they did it. They mapped out the entire sales process on a single page, right there, from the moment a lead was generated to the moment a deal closed. And for the very first time, everyone in that room could see the whole journey, not just their own little piece of it. And that map, it made the problem painfully obvious. This wasn't a failure of people or technology. The real enemy was the invisible time that work spent in limbo, just waiting between steps, waiting for a handoff. They gave this invisible enemy a name. Handoff lag time, or HLT. It's the time a lead just sits idle between owners. It's the precise, quantifiable measure of that lost ownership they felt in the meeting. And this waiting, it is incredibly expensive. The data on this is just stark. Research shows that sales teams who respond to a lead within 5 minutes are 9 times more likely to convert them. Just 5 minutes. And yet, you want to know the average follow-up time for a lot of teams? Over 42 hours. I mean, think about that gap. A buyer raises their hand, they're ready to engage, and the organization takes nearly 2 full days to get back to them. By then, the intent is just gone. So here's the kicker. Half of all deals go to the very first vendor who responds. Speed isn't just a feature, it's the entire game. That handoff lag time, it isn't just a delay, it's a direct transfer of revenue to your competitors. This brings us to a really important reflection on technology, especially with all the talk about AI. Are we using these tools to paper over the cracks and avoid the hard conversations? Or can we use them to make these problems impossible to ignore? See, this company's issue wasn't technical debt. Their systems were fine. It was process debt. And that's a workflow problem. It's a human problem. It's born from inefficient habits, siloed communication, and those broken handoffs that create all that lag time. You just can't fix a process problem with a tech solution. You have to fix the process first. So, if we are going to introduce AI, we should do it humbly. Think of an AI agent not as the hero or the decision maker, but as a process integrity monitor. Its only job is to watch the process that we, the humans, have designed and report back on its integrity, impartially and relentlessly. An AI agent is actually uniquely suited for this because of how it operates. It can observe the entire life cycle, the initial thought or goal, the action plan, the execution, and it can even reflect on the outcome. It's the perfect, tireless observer to watch for that invisible handoff lag time. But, and this is absolutely crucial, we have to be crystal clear about the boundaries. An agent can observe a process, but it can't replicate what makes a sales team truly effective. The human stuff, strategic thinking, complex negotiation, building trust, that must remain a human decision. So I'll just leave you with this question to reflect on. If you were to deploy an AI agent tomorrow with only one instruction, to observe, what hidden delays, what handoff lag time,
What invisible weighting would it find in your organization?